Hi, I'm Irma Botvin. I'm here with Dr. Larry Berkelhammer. Dr. Berkelhammer has researched mindfulness practices to increase mastery and well-being. I saw something on your website that really intrigued me about directing your healthcare team, and I would really like to hear more about that.
That's a little different from the other episodes in the series, but it definitely ties in with mastery and well-being practices. As someone who lives with chronic illness, I've learned firsthand the importance of being proactive in my healthcare. And I used to work, when I had my psychotherapy practice, I used to work with a lot of people to help them develop mastery and well-being and to become proactive in their healthcare. Deepak Chopra has talked about this, and it's important to get clarity on questions that you want to ask your doctor. It's important to become an expert on your particular medical condition. Now you might think, well, I'm not a doctor, how can I become an expert? You become an expert on you don't need to go to medical school. You just start learning all you can learn about your one diagnosis, or if you have several, as I do, you learn as much as you can about the diagnoses you live with.
And this takes curiosity. I mean, you really have to follow through, and
you
take the information and make sure the doctor is going to address some of those issues.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There have always been TV shows like Ben Casey, Dr. Kildare, Marcus Welby, ER, House. You know what those shows have in common? There is a doctor who's the hero. He saves people. Medical patients want a doctor who's going to be the hero, the know-all doctor who's going to save them. It doesn't work that way in the real world. We need to work with our doctors. We need to help them. They have knowledge, but they need us. And so they're the experts, but you're the master of your body. You know, it's just like if you're a homeowner, you're the master of your house. You don't fix, I mean, some people fix everything themselves, but for most of us, we call a plumber if we need a plumber, we call an electrician, we call in experts. We rely on their expertise, but we make the decisions. They tell us what they think needs to be done, and then we decide whether to take their advice. It's the same with medicine. We need to be in there as a team member, not just a team member. We need to be in there as the person directing the team. We rely on their mastery, we rely on their expertise, but we're the ones who make the final decisions. We have choices.
This interweaves the other pieces that you've talked about choice.
Oh yeah. It's all about choice. Yeah, it's all about choice. You know, there's a TV show, Mystery Diagnosis, and I highly recommend people watch Mystery Diagnosis. It's a series that's been on for several years. I don't know if it's still on. Well, the reruns are on. It's about people who've had chronic illness and it may have, some of those people, it took 10 and even 20 more years to get correctly diagnosed. So it's not just about directing your own healthcare team, it's about finding the best healthcare team. If you are still suffering and you've been getting treated for years, it may be you were misdiagnosed. I recommend going to one of the top academic medical centers. That's where you're most likely to get correctly diagnosed. You want to do everything you can to learn everything, and the way you do that, I also recommend doing searches. Search on PubMed, search Google Scholar, search CDC, Centers for Disease Control, search NIH, National Institute for Health, search respectable websites. Learn everything you can. Many lay patients have succeeded by searching for their particular cluster of symptoms and finding the diagnosis and the name of the physician online and traveling to go with that person. So if you haven't been satisfied with your treatment, go to one of those places and find where to go online.
That's very good information. Thank you.
Thank you.